That was Colin and Samir hitting their first million subscribers live on stage at Wit Summit last week. After being on YouTube for almost 6 years, publishing 350 videos and countless newsletters, it was an emotional moment for both of them for sure.
Like, did you guys just cry on stage?
Oh
like,
yeah, I cried on stage.
But this made me think, what does it take to succeed as a creator? And what does success even look like? Welcome back everyone, I'm Adil, you're watching the Frontrunners show, and today we'll talk about success as a content creator. In cognitive psychology, there's a term called ambiguity aversion, meaning if given the choice, humans would always choose the option that's more certain, irrespective of how good or bad the outcome might be. Certainty is something that we all strive for. That's why millions of people join engineering, medical, or law streams in Southeast Asia, and the idea of being a creator is still so far-fetched in a lot of countries. Being a creator is one of those things that is the equivalent of walking in a dark room with just a candle. There are no certainties, no clear directions, and absolutely no guaranteed path to success. The epitome of ambiguity. But we still have come across thousands of creators who have achieved some form of success in this space. So there must be something that they all have in common that you could replicate if you wanted to be successful. Well, let's first take a look at what success entailed for all these creators. Fancy houses, lots of money, external validation, hotels, traveling, high-end gadgets. Well, sure, but under this layer of material and mainstream benchmarks of success is something that we all desire desperately. Freedom. The freedom to not just do what we want when we want to, but for a creator, the freedom to create what we want when we want to. The freedom to be heard, because a lot of creators, including myself, become creators because at some level we want to feel heard. It's a way for us to say what we feel without being judged, interrupted, or questioned. Yes, grossly selfish and narcissistic, but true nonetheless. This also means that no creator feels fulfilled unless they feel like they have made an impact on someone. The very act of making content for someone else to watch implies that without that external validation, it's hard to feel successful. Yes, you must create even when no one's watching, but it sure as hell feels good when people say that you impacted them in a positive way. It's this freedom and impact that, at least to me, is the definition of being successful as a creator. The surprising thing is that you don't need a million subscribers or followers to do this. You could possibly feel this way with just a few thousand fans. In 2008, Kevin Kelly, the founder of Wired magazine, wrote an essay that perfectly captures this idea, named 1000 True Fans. In it, he talks about how to make $1 million, you don't need millions of followers, but 1,000 die-hard fans that are willing to buy everything that you produce as a creator.
Purchase anything that you produce in in all the varieties, all the different editions, all the different venues, whatever it is. Anything you do, they're going to support you in it. If you have you don't need very many of those kinds of people. And by my calculation, for a single creator, you need about 1,000.
They love you and your content so much that they don't mind spending the money even if it's the same thing packaged in a different version. Although doing that isn't impossible, it isn't easy either. It's only possible when you can really convert people into your die-hard fans. You see, when we think about success, we look at extremes. PewDiePie with 100 million subscribers. David Dobrik buying people supercars. BB Vines acting in movies, and Ashish Chanchalani walking the red carpet in Cannes. It's natural for us to only remember the things that really stand out. But to be honest, all those things are not the median success for creators. Many creators with hundreds of thousands or even millions of followers have never gone to Cannes, never acted in movies, hell, never even been to Bollywood. But the underlying cause of their success still stays the same. They all have at least 1,000 true fans. People that truly believe in them and were impacted by their content for long periods of time. Sure, having millions of followers sure seems amazing on paper, but that's not what you really need to be successful. And that by itself comes with its own pitfalls that you don't always see. For instance, the biggest drawback of having a large audience is that you are more likely to feel trapped in a golden cage. This is also why larger audiences also stifle creative freedom. If Mr. Beast started making tech reviews, it's highly unlikely that he'll still be able to sustain his astronomical growth. At some level, he's trapped in the kind of content he's currently making to keep on growing as much as he is. On the other hand, if you only had 50,000 subscribers, possibly your ability to pivot and change your creative point of view would be so much easier compared to a creator that has 5 million subscribers. That is the golden cage. So we get it. You need at least 1,000 true fans to succeed, but how long does that take? And can you do that in a day? A month? A year? Well, to be honest, the answer to that question depends on your ability to consistently create content, establish feedback systems that tell you if your videos are working or not, pivot quickly using that feedback, and create a catalog of content that people can look up. More often than not, success online follows an exponential curve. You work tirelessly for the initial 80% for seemingly minimal results, but the last 20% yields exponential growth that comes from the compound of all the work that you did in the initial 80%. So long story short, how long will you have to wait? Honestly, as long as it takes. That's where the last part of YouTube's success formula comes into picture: survival. You see, to succeed in any race, you must first survive. Same applies to YouTube. Sometimes you don't need to win. You just need to outlive your competition. Think about it, Mr. Beast made hundreds of videos before he hit his first million subscribers. That might seem absurd if you didn't know who he was today, but essentially all he did was show up every single day. That's why so many creators recommend doing something apart from just YouTube that gets you money to survive in real life, and keep making content that one day would be able to sustain your lifestyle entirely. It surely doesn't sound as enticing, but think about it. If you can show up every day, you are leapfrogging thousands of people who, for whatever reason, quit the previous day. Do that enough and you will be the last one standing. Isn't that the definition of success? Being so good that there's no one like you left around you? I think it kind of is. So if you want to succeed as a creator, all you need are 1,000 true fans that you create by surviving as long as you can creating content. So one day your content can enable you to get your freedom and impact as many people as possible. That is the success formula on YouTube and online in general. What's up everyone? Thank you so much for watching the 9th episode of the Frontrunners show. Let me know down in the comments below if you like this video and if there's anything else that you would like us to talk about in the creator economy. You can watch the previous episode about the creator economy revolution there and the business of making content there. I hope I'm pointing right. Subscribe to our 1000 Faces Club channel to never miss out on another episode. We release every Sunday at 10 a.m. and I shall see you in the next one. Peace.